obviously wasn't the game that we thought we were going to see tonight. Had a lot of things that we have to clean up as far as missed tackles, substitution errors, and things like that. So we will get those things cleaned up, and we're moving on, looking forward to starting Big Ten play, but we still have all our goals in front of us. So that's our mindset right now.
All right, we've got questions on both sides. Max, start with Jack.
713 yards, that's the most a Michigan State team has ever given up. What was it that Washington was doing that you couldn't deal with?
First of all, give them credit. They're a good football team. I didn't realize that. I'll never forget that though. First time being a head coach in the game, and I remember all of this. I promise you, I remember every single bit of it. But they're good. They're the quarterback and the receivers and the OC are, you can tell, like, they have a real good understanding of that offense. They know where to be. They know they trust each other. The receivers have great hands. They go up and get the ball. They have strong hands. And quarterback, good player, knows where to go with the ball. They've probably seen all kind of different schemes over the years, so they vibe well together. And credit to them, they did it. And because we definitely went into the game thinking, hey, this is what we have to do. We thought we had a well-oiled plan, but not good enough.
Hi, everyone acknowledges that today is a big day. Earlier this week, you did acknowledge your faith. How does your faith play a role in this, and how do you impart that onto your players during today's experience?
That's a good question. My faith should be never waver, and it isn't. Out there a couple of times, almost, but that's never going to change. You go up and down. Your faith, if you truly into the word like I am, and I say that and I profess that I am, there are ups and downs. There's the valleys you hit, all right, as well as the mountaintops. So this is a valley moment. And the good thing about it is you can always come back from valley moments if you truly believe and trust and then start to work on the things that need to be worked on. And so valley moment right now, but we'll get back up to the mountain.
Matt.
Harlon, for all of the turmoil this week, the build up to this game, you come out, everybody's obviously a crowd that's very supportive of you. When you go in the locker room down 35-0, what do you tell the team? What's the attitude, and I guess how do you think they handled? Now looking back on this whole week, all that was put on their plate, and for you personally,
right. When I came in at halftime, because I'm always trying to put a positive twist on something. I mean, you can't just lose your mind, and then they go further in the dumps. So you try to put some type of positive spin on. So I just said, one play at a time, 6 seconds of play, keep chopping. That's what I said to them. One play at a time. Just don't try to get it all back at once. Just one play at a time, 6 seconds of play, keep chopping, and say it to each other over and over and over. And that's all we could do at that point. And that's what we tried to come back out and do in the second half, but still not really. And so, again, I have to be better. I will be better, and the team will be better going into the Big Ten season.
I think 536 passing yards allowed in particular from the secondary and the pride is there. What do you think needs to change and be fixed with that? Because there have been a number of games the last few years like that, and I guess moving forward and looking at that guy in the other room, what did Penix? How good is it to not have to worry about seeing him again?
That was real good. I mean, he's got us in the Heisman Trophy candidacy right now. There are a few things that we can change up probably on how we scheme things up. We have the defense to do it. It's a matter of what we want to call it and play. And we thought we had the right things dialed up for this week, and apparently they weren't. So we'll tweak some things and try to help us to not give up those type of yards again ever. And so I am actually ready to focus in on Maryland so much so that just watch them tonight and then start focusing on those guys, and so we can be better.
Steve?
Right here. I'm just wondering what you saw and heard from your staff as well about offensively. It seemed like Noah was maybe under more pressure lately than we've seen the past couple of games, and the run game just wasn't able to get going as well. Your overall takeaways on that side?
Right, exactly. We couldn't, really, what they say, stay on schedule. Run the ball or whatever your first down pass would be, just to keep you on schedule. If you're not on schedule, if you can't get the 3 yards or what have you on first down, now you're off schedule. They got kicking us off schedule, and caused us problems when we got off schedule. Again, very good team, but it's a good experience just to see what top 10 teams look like right now for our team. So they see we see what a top 10 team looks like, and so now we know what we have to do to start preparing. If we want to be that type of team or better, we have to start preparing like that. Moving on, we know we've seen it. No disrespect to Richmond and Central, but that was a different group, as everybody saw out there, and our guys saw it themselves. So I spoke with them. They were like, "Hey man, we got to be better." They even were saying it after I spoke with them. Okay, there are things that we have to do, and you heard leaders stepping up. Everybody be somewhere, be here, blah 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 tomorrow. Everybody this week, and so that was good to see.
Yeah. And now that you've been through it sort of in hindsight, can you speak to what this week was like for you and this team, and how disruptive and difficult it was, and any challenges as a first week head coach in week 3 of a season that you sort of ran into that you couldn't have known about until you're actually in that role?
Well, I think you have challenges anytime, Graham, on when you start something new that you haven't done. So not so much so that it was week 3. It could have been week 1. I got hired back in January, whatever. There were things that I just didn't have to deal with. I had to do a press conference, during the week when I was just defensive back coach or secondary coach, what have you. And so there were a lot of different things that came about, but it's going to all settle down this week. I know that, and we'll get back. I got some things in my mind that I want to do, as far as me coaching, and try to get normalize us again. Whereas this past week we were off kilter a little bit, but we still got good enough coaches to get it done. But I'm gonna get myself back like I need to be doing and helping, and I think that'd be better for the team as well.
Coach, you were, to follow what Graham said, you were thrown into the situation. You're now the head coach. After a game like tonight, how do you galvanize this team, get them back together, and how do you put the imprint that this is now your team?
One is likewise. I told them in there, okay, look, man, no more penalties like this. We can't be having those type of penalties, substitution errors, missed tackles, and things like that. We can't shoot ourselves in the foot. We can't beat ourselves. And so I told them, I said, as the leader, as the number 1 leader here, I have to be better, and I will be better. And how I'll do that is kind of like what I was just saying to the ground. This past week, I had a lot of time away from just the football aspect, trying to connect with the guys more. And I still got to finish up some of those guys, but I'm going to try to get back to what I was doing and normalize us a little bit, and for the young men as well. And that way, everybody is back to normal roles a little bit, if I can say that, and we can just do what we have to do. So, when that happens, I think it'll be better for us. And we are a week away from what happened. So those guys that's out their system. We played a game, played a really great team. And so I think they're ready to go, and understanding that, hey, all our goals are still in front of us. So that's a good thing.
For the second row.
Coach, Darius Snow finally back from that injury. How excited are you to have him back to that defense, and what do you think he's going to be adding to that unit going forward?
I'm very excited that he's back. I love me some Darius Snow. Mr. Snow Flurry is what I call him. But he's a very, very, very smart football player, and he's tough, a good tackler. And so he was so excited when he got cleared last week, he running around telling everybody, I'm cleared. He came busting our defensive staff room. I'm cleared, I can play. And so really, really happy for him because he busted his butt to come, be able to get back. Because there was at one time saying he wouldn't be able to get back till mid-season. And so he really, really busted his butt, and he's going to help us.
Matt, and then Chris, you wrap up.
Harlan, real quick, do you have an update on Tyneal? Obviously, tough.
I didn't. When I went in, I just started talking to the players, and then I pretty much came over here, so I didn't get an update. Yeah.
I was wondering with Jaron and Berger out, there's a lot, and even Martinez, that's a lot, to ask a short-handed backfield to manage, and with Nathan taking the care. I guess how much did the lack of depth kind of, do you think, affect your performance in the run game?
Well, every guy that would come here, including myself, will say there's no excuses. So even those guys would say that there's no excuses. We got to just get it done and find a way to get it done. We had the guys that we had, and so we got to perform. It's just that simple. It really is.
Chris, last one.
Along those lines, Tumisha and Ken, we didn't see them get hurt last week. What is their status with the program?
They'll be back this week. They were just out this week. They were just out. We just had them out this week, but they'll be back.
And have you had anybody with the situation that's happened that has approached you to say, we want to shut it down?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Has anybody said they want to shut it down and not play anymore the rest of the year with the uncertainty with the coaching situation?
Nobody has said that. Not one guy. No, not one guy have said that. So that's a good thing. And hopefully these guys won't do that. They'll look at, hey, let's finish this thing out. You never want to be a quitter. You know what I mean? So hopefully everybody will push through and see what's really in front of us. Like we said, all our goals are still in front of us. And so let's go attack the Big Ten season.
All right. Thank you,
All
Harlan.
right, yes.